morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Rhypi here. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Right now, we're just getting started. I hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this stream. We're just getting stuff underway. Just interesting to see this as an option that of how things are, that I can have it like this for a little bit, that the camera is off and stuff like that. So thought this was interesting to showcase that I can do this now. So like right now, I'm currently still inside the school parking lot, and if I'm not quite sure if I could be recording in the school building, I can have it where I just have it where I can have it where you guys are visible. I'm invisible in a sense, but hope everyone's doing well. If you're enjoying what you're seeing in a little bit, let's go ahead and start the video now. Just to showcase that it looks like they gave it where if we need to quickly have it where it's in a sense deafening because you don't see what's going on and hear what's going on as well. That it helps out sometimes. Hope everyone's doing well. We're just chilling out after my sub job, and today we're gonna be kind of busy in some sense, just because we have a couple things we need to do. Because today my mom has a performance going on at her school, so we're not going to be picking her up right away. That in 2 hours, 2.5 hours is when she's supposed to be done, so we'll be probably heading over there once I check out the different things. Because part of me is thinking about how I want to do things, but we'll see. Hello, Weird. Welcome in. How's your day going so far, or night, depending on what time it is? No worries, Weird. Welcome in, regardless. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Decided to change your name or a different account? Hey, Batman, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hey, Vinko, how are you doing? Welcome in. But welcome in, everyone. It can be Batman, but that's why we have streams where we are able to talk to each other, because sometimes venting to each other is the best way to help each other out sometimes. But I also know that sometimes it's hard for us to talk to people that we don't know, so I don't blame you guys if y'all talk to me or about different things, but I also understand that there's some topics that we don't talk about because that's too deep for ourselves. Thanks, Batman. Hope things get better for you. Just depending on what your job is, you might try to see if there's a way for you to transfer the job to somewhere closer to you, closer to your family, where your family is, because that way you're able to rebuild yourself in a sense. If you're, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Batman, but that's why I said, because for me it's the case that I don't know for sure until you guys say it, but I know sometimes whether it's a death or a breakup, that sometimes we just need space, and sometimes the best thing is just being able to talk to family. appreciate that, man. But yeah. But yeah. I know one of those cases that some of us is have a good day as well. Hope, and like I said, hope things get better for you. Just make sure that you try to be positive, or when you think about sad thoughts, try to think of all the cherished memories you had with her. As someone once told me when my dad passed away 2 years ago, that whoever you lose, they don't want you to remember when they was at the lowest. They want you to remember them when they was at the best. So I don't know if you're still here, Batman, but hope that helps you. Welcome in everyone that's still here. Sorry for some of us that we had a little sad moment, but at the same time, maybe it helped resonate with some of you guys. That's the reason why I like doing these streams for you guys, because I never know if I need to give you guys some encouragement or some life advice or whatnot, or sometimes someone else has a better life advice than me that's in chat. You never know, because there are some of us that's been through a lot, and some of us who's haven't had the experiences that some of us have, and sometimes it's the opposite, that someone has a unique thing that has only happened a few times to people, and not everyone knows how it affects people. But at the end of the day, we're just here to help each other out. Indeed, Demon, we are all special. Yes, we can have many different things that may feel similar to each other, but there's some things that our core memories are not going to be the exact same memories. How are you doing, Demon? Welcome in. There's a reason why there's many different sayings. Like, we all have a roller coaster, or the caboose of our own train, or the bringer of our own destiny. There's so many phrases that people use, and there's even other ones that I don't even know that you can probably think about. The important thing is that we choose what we want to do. Just sometimes it may take us a little bit of time to think about it, because some things hit us more than others. But we'll see how things go. I had to take a pause. At the end of the day, that I just hope that when I'm doing these streams, it helps you guys a little bit. I can never be truly sure what will help and what won't help, but I just know that doesn't, even though I know people will say it matters to them, but for me, yes, I appreciate it about leaving likes, subscribing, donations, memberships, all whatnot. But at the end of the day, I just want to be another person where you guys can hear what my thoughts are. If you guys want to chat with me and stuff like that, that's more important to me than it just being where I feel like that I'm constantly reminding you guys doing things to improve the channel, because eventually things will happen over time. For sure how things will go, and that's why I still try to talk, even if I don't see any. It says 0 people in chat sometimes, because there could be someone listening even if they're not typing in a little bit and stuff like that. I never know what I say that helps resonate something in someone else in doing the right thing. I just hope you guys can hear me. Still think it's cool that if I really need to have it where there's no cameras for a little bit, that I'm able to do that. So it's kind of cool, to say the least. But I hope you guys are able to hear me look through that. It's just one of those, I don't know if they added it yesterday or the day before, but it's cool to see that it is an option now. Because there might be times when I just want to do a voice memo. Who knows? That would be the easiest way for me to record voice memos now, if I just want to do that. I'll have to see if on the recording side it has that option too. Because it might. Who knows? Stop yawning me. Who knows how things would go. But at the end of the day, we're still ourselves. We need to be proud of who we are. But sometimes it may take us time to recover when we feel like who we are has changed. For me, last semester, from August to December, was me figuring out how I want to do things, because I almost lost the joy of teaching again. But sometimes it can be a hard topic to talk about, of losing the passion of what you enjoy doing the most. And there can be many reasons why it's the case. Whether it's because you just lost the spark, it could be because of things that are going on that people don't see because it's behind the scenes, or it could be something that happens very confrontational that everyone knows about. You never know what kind of thing will happen until it happens. Hopefully it doesn't escalate to one of those confrontationals, because especially if you're not in safety of your own building, can get very rough sometimes. And I hope you guys can hear me okay. Because right now I don't know if you guys can. It's always the struggle when I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. But hopefully you guys can hear me. If you do hear me and you have a chance to type something, let me know. But I don't know for sure if you guys can hear me or not. But it's one of those interesting dilemmas at times when you're doing these live streams from your phone or mobile device, because you can't really see if you're still live unless you have a second device. And I'm not someone to have a second phone, so I can't look at it that way. I've always joked about having a second phone. I haven't done it yet. Excuse me. But who knows how things will go. There's so many different things that I can talk about, but part of me is just like some of that I've talked about with you guys already. Some of the things that I'm just like, is that too cheesy of a line? Or is it something that has been overdone? That I can't tell you for sure. But all in all, I just hope you guys are doing well. Things are going well with everyone. Do 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 bum 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 bum. But all in all, we just are doing what we can and just helping ourselves out as best as we can, because sometimes, yes, when life can give you lemons, you can make lemonade, but you have to have those lemons, to say the least. Okay, thank you for whoever's loaded in the poll. Just wanted to make sure, because sometimes when I see the flickering of 1 to 0, that means that I have buffering issues. So I wanted to make sure that there's no issues of the sound. So thank you for whoever answered the poll. Especially if it flickers rapidly on my end, I always want to ask that, because I never know what's going to happen or why it happens. But hope everyone's doing well, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening for you, and we're able to make the most of today. If it wasn't our best day, think about how we can bounce back, to say the least. Yes. There's always ways to bounce back, even if it's a long-term goal at some point to bounce back, because sometimes it may happen, to say the least. But at the end of the day, we're just ourselves. We are who we are, and stuff like that. Just make sure that you stay true to you. But I know some of us may feel like that we need to go outside of our shell to find ourselves. For some of us, that works. For some of us, we're like, once we try to do this, like, oh gosh, why did I do that? This doesn't make sense. Other times, it could be the best thing for someone is to do something that they normally wouldn't think about. Who knows for sure? I know for me as a tutor slash teacher slash other professions, that I've always been someone that just tries to help, because sometimes you can't do anything because the person does not want to listen. But if you try to show that you care, show that you're willing to get the help for someone, it goes a long way. And yes, you can help someone that you care for, help someone that you've never met before. That they both have powerful effects on people. And yes, sometimes you may be cussed out because they didn't want the help. But sometimes, even though you get cussed out a couple days later, you might hear them being like, I'm sorry of acting that way towards you. But sometimes it may not take a couple of days, it may take a year for that to finally have a conversation like that. Just make sure that there's a reason why some people say you have to be strong-hearted or strong-willed to help people, but at the same time, even if you haven't built that skill up, you have to build it up somehow. Because if you don't build it up, how can you improve it? It's like our skills of our jobs. If we don't use the skill, how can we confirm that we learned more from 1 year to the next year? Like, whether it's making spreadsheets and figuring out ways to make it faster, or finding macros that when we input data, we don't have to worry about it being put in the wrong spot. Or if we're making a PowerPoint, how can we make it engaging? How can we make it excited? Or if we had to present a report to someone, what is going to be the thing that hooks them? What's going to be the thing that they need to know to be on your side of being like, I like this idea, or you're telling me the facts correctly. What reliable sources do you have? Whether it's sources of what testing someone else in your company did, or testing that is public knowledge. Who knows for sure? At the end of the day, you just have to figure out what you need for yourself. And this is why some people keep joking to me in my real life why I'm not a philosophy major, or ever thought about doing motivation speaker stuff, which I've had, but I don't know if on a large scale people would want to hear any of my conversations. Yes, I can joke that some people may want to hear it, some people may not want to hear it, some people don't know that they want to hear it. Yeah, some people say. Who knows for sure? I just know, for me wise, just gonna continue figuring out how I can help everyone. That's why in my other job searching for other companies that's not teaching related, that I keep wanting to express that I want to help, especially when it's a job that's about helping people, because I know how to help people. I may not know the step-by-step for that company of what's the order of doing things yet, but that's something I can learn quick on the job. And that's why, for me, sometimes when I'm doing those kind of interviews, I'm like, okay, what am I saying wrong that doesn't let them feel like I'm being genuine, or is it just the fact that I have to learn what they do? Who knows? At the end of the day, I want to be able to go and just explore different ways that I can use my math skills, use my helping skills, use my tech skills, use my music skills, whatever may be the case and apply it to what my next job is. But who knows for sure how that will work. But I just know that no matter how many things I say to you guys, because it's not like I'm gonna be meeting my future employer through these jobs. No worries, Summer. Thank you for stopping by. Hope things are going well for you. Hope your week's been going great so far. Just driving right now probably to a Walmart just so I can walk inside. I have to worry about me changing the audio later. Who knows? But things are going well for me too. I'm just thinking about a lot of things because if it was me this time last year, I would still feel defeated the fact that I don't have a full-time job. But the me now, I'm just like, yes, I don't have a full-time job, but at least I'm still helping make a difference in people's lives in some way. That I'm still able to help people. I'm still able to help people find joy or something, even if it's not mathematics. Because sometimes it could be me helping a student enjoy learning again. Who knows for sure? That's why I keep debating about different other jobs I could do, but I keep being like, I don't want to feel like I'm lying about what I can do. And sometimes, like for example, me being a bookkeeper or data entry person, I don't feel confident of saying that I can do it, even though I've done it for entering grades and stuff like that. But as far as like the systems that they want to do, I know I don't have the experience. So I keep doubting myself with that. And I know a couple of people look at me and say, stop doing that. Hope everyone's doing good. I don't know who's still in chat, but sorry that so far this stream's been a kind of sappy one for those of you that are watching this later. It happens sometimes. Hey Mob, how you doing? Hope things been going well for you and your variety of games are going well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. We're just driving along today, because it being a kind of longer drive, that we're going to be going to visit different Walmarts and stuff like that. Hey, Vic, how are you doing? hope you've been enjoying your different variety of games too between Pokemon and I think you're still doing Legend of Zelda, if I remember right. Will do, Mom. Just chilling out while driving around and me trying to decide if I want to try to get something to eat or if I just want to go inside Walmart to get something to eat. Who knows? And I'm trying to decide if I want to try to find Pokemon stuff or not, but part of me's like I'm probably not gonna find it because I haven't been able to find stuff for me wise, Surging Sparks. But some of the time I didn't even have money to get stuff in the first place. Hey Jen, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hope everyone's doing well. Glad everyone's coming through and stopping by and stuff like that. Just trying to decide what order do I want to do things in. For those of you that are listening to me now, do you guys want me to go inside this Walmart to see if I can find Pokemon? Or you think I won't find anything? What do you guys think? Should I make a poll for you guys to answer easier? Hey, Brother Saucy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the like and share, Saucy. Hope you're doing good, brother. We're just chilling out, hanging out, and one good cool thing for those of you that might decide to do live streams like this is that there's now a button where you can turn off the camera if you need to or you want to. Hopefully you guys can still hear me at least, but just wanted to show you guys that either yesterday or today they added this feature, so I thought that was kind of cool to show you guys. If I ever need to do that where I need it deafen and you guys don't see what's going on, because who knows for sure what will happen with that. Looks like one person already wants me to do it. Wonder who could be voting for that. Because for those of you that don't know or haven't heard me talk about this, and I know I said it earlier, so some of you guys have heard this, that for me wise, Pokemon cards wise, I haven't been able to really buy any new cards between me not being able to pay it and not seeing it in stores since searching Sparks, and I think it's now 4 or 5 expansions later. So, so, alright. Let me have it where I set things up. And you might hear a pause in a second because I'm going to say low power mode to make sure that I don't drain battery as fast. Okay. Don't know if you guys heard that. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Can you guys hear me? Just making sure you guys can hear me. Alright. And like I said, for those of you who are watching after the fact, you might not be able to hear the full thing of what's going on inside of the store, depending on what songs are being played and stuff like that. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and end the poll. Hey, Bobby. Alright. Thank you for whoever voted. How are you doing, Bobby? Welcome in. Yep. Good afternoon. Oh, yeah. Just proves to you guys I'm a human. Like I said, we'll see if I find anything Pokemon related, but I won't be surprised if we don't. Nice, Bobby. You're playing with Star Orange and Big Reddy, or a couple other people maybe, depending on who's all playing today. Maybe Oma. So who knows for sure? Nice, Bobby. Excuse me, sorry? All right. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't been on an Oma stream today, so I don't know who's all going and who's all not going. Good afternoon. Trying to remember if this is one that even has it in the front anymore because of all the different things that's happened at Walmart's recently. But I think this might be one of the ones that don't have Pokemon in the front anymore, but or cards in general in the front. So it might be just in the toy section and electronic section. So like I said there. Alright. Having you guys down just so I can talk to you guys easier and not have to worry about people thinking I'm recording them. I think you guys understand why I do that. But hope everyone's doing well. Those of you that are in chat, how's your day's going? Why am I going this way when the toy section is not over there in this one? Let's see what we find. Oh gosh. Came out with these guys. Wowza. But this Squirtle I actually have at my house.